So we're told to rewrite each expression so you can add each numerator and denominator. Well, the idea here is that we need a common denominator, and to do that, 4 and 2 need to somehow become the same number. Okay, well, you can't really reduce this anymore and make that a 2, so you have to adjust this and make this number bigger. You can't just say, oh, I'll just affect the bottom, because you need to make sure that the value remains the same. So we're multiplying by a 2 over 2, because that's a 1. That's neat. And so that becomes a 2 over 4. Okay? Do the same thing here. These can't both, they need to be the same number, and we can't reduce this anymore, so I have to turn this into a 16 by multiplying by 2. Anytime you multiply, you affect the denominator, you got to do the same thing to the numerator, because again, that reduces to 1. So the rewritten expression is going to be 3/4 plus 2/4, and we'll do that in a second, over, we multiply the top and the bottom, that's 10 over 16 minus 1 over 16. Okay, simplify the problem that you wrote, number 1. Now we're going to do that, okay, here, if I add, again, common denominator, so I'm just adding the numerator, so that becomes 5 over 4, over 10 minus 1 becomes 9 over 16. Now, simplify fully the problem you wrote in number 1. Well, this is a fraction divided by a fraction. It's the same thing as saying 5 over 4 times the reciprocal of this fraction. So it's a 9 over 16 down here, but it becomes a 16 over 9 when I multiply. Okay, so we had to combine things on the top and bottom. Once we had a single fraction over a single fraction, now we can multiply by the reciprocal. Allows us to reduce this fraction. That becomes a 1, that's a 4. Multiply straight across. You get 5 times 4, which is 20. 1 times 9, which is 9. You can leave it in that form. 20 over 9 is your answer.